What is up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is James Pakion and this is Pakion FX. So guys, I have been asked a lot by upcoming students about how to draw your support and resistance points and your trend lines. So on today's video, I am specifically going to be focusing on those two aspects. So right away, let's get into the charts. As you can see, I am looking at GBP USD. So what is the first thing that you're supposed to consider when you want to draw your support and resistance lines? So number one, you need to zoom out into a much bigger time frame. Why? So that you can get a conglomerate of wicks that form one wick and then use these wick points. Yeah, and use these wicks to be able to draw your horizontal lines. So basically the horizontal line is supposed to touch the most number of wicks. It doesn't have to touch all the wicks, but it has to touch most of the wicks. So really quickly, let's just zoom in slightly so that we can have a much clearer picture. Perfect. So right now, if I want to draw a support and resistance point, remember a support is where the currency pair has failed to break lower than this particular point, and it has retested at least 2 or 3 times to be able to form a support area. A resistance area, on the other hand, could be on the upper side of the chart, where the currency has retested severally but has failed to break. So let's just draw our resistance point really quickly. So right now I can just clearly see here, so we come to this sidebar on the left and we choose horizontal line. So let's place it here. As you can see, from this point we are able to see that we've touched here once, we've touched here twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7, 8, 9. So basically we can term this as one of the support or resist. Let me just adjust it slightly so that we can have perfect. So now we can see we have 1 touch, 2 touches, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 1 point. So that's 1 resistance point. And down here we can see we can also identify another resistance point. So let's just select our horizontal line and place it here, and then try to drag it as much as you can so that it touches the most number of points. So clearly we can see here, so we have 1 touch, 2 touches, 3 touches, 4, 5, 6 here, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's a good support line. So basically, if you want to draw your zones, and these are usually where it has touched multiple times, and you know, one straight line like this horizontal line cannot really determine a zone, because most of the time you find that a support and resistance point is actually a zone, it's not a horizontal line. So let's just narrow down to the 2 hours so that I can show you how I draw my my zones. So as you can see here, I have seen that this currency pair has retested once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times. It was also a support at this point. So what I did, I drew a zone. So you just pick out your rectangle on this left bar, click on it, and then just drag it all the way until your desired position right there. So as you can see, this point, the currency pair actually it broke off from this rather resistance level. It broke off, went all the way up, and then created a double top and then started falling. The currency fell all the way, broke past this former resistance, which was now support, and actually it broke down. It retested once, so now this is the first resistance. It came down, retested twice, came down, retested thrice, came down, retested 4 times, came down, retested 5 times. So we can basically call this a very strong resistance level. So what you usually expect every time currency is approaching. So assuming this currency pair had not formed these wicks, so I am assuming that if the currency was going up, then this was the area to be checking, or rather to have a look on, because it is likely, if the currency did not break past, will likely shoot down again. Okay, so very quickly into the trend lines and how to draw trend lines. So let me just go into the 4-hour time frame. Trend lines are actually really easy to draw. So you just identify an area where the currency seems to be making higher highs and higher lows, or lower highs and lower lows, zones such as this one. So you just come and select your trend line here, and then make sure it touches the wick at the lowest point. Drag it, make sure it touches all the wicks that you're planning to have on your trend line. So basically, it doesn't have to be really exact, but as long as the currency is making higher highs and higher lows, you can actually term that as a good trend line. So one fact about trend lines is that if a currency pair is able to touch the trend line at least 3 times and bounces off, then the third move is usually very huge. And as you can see, this has been shown here by the currency pair. So as you can see, if you started drawing your trend line at this point, then ideally your currency touched the trend line the first time, the second time, and the third time. And as you can see, at the third area, it was able to shoot up tremendously. So basically, if you're looking at the chart at this point, we can clearly see that there is actually a resistance point here. So let's just pull up our horizontal line and draw a resistance point. Perfect. So just make sure it touches all the points. So as you can see here, now we have 1 point number 2, 3, 4, 5 touches, 6, 7, 8, 9. So basically this is actually a very strong support or resistance, depending on how the currency is behaving when it gets to it. So as you can see here, the currency shot up, caught this resistance, went down, but managed to break away from here, went up, came and retested that support, rather that the resistance, and the resistance became support, and then the currency was able to move up. So I am hoping this short video has been of help. If there is any questions, just drop them down in the comments. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.